Hello guys, and welcome back to Power and Revolution 2019 edition with our Chinese playthrough here. In the last episode and a couple episodes now, we've worked very much on our economy because the goal is to just keep increasing our growth, keep increasing as much as we can while not overly increasing our spending so that we can get out of debt sooner rather than later and just assert our dominance worldwide, basically, so that we're in a good place to end up going to war, boost our research, things like that. Last episode, I also donated some money via a disaster to Syria, but that seems, I only donated a little bit. Whatever it was, it didn't seem to cause much damage because it's gone, and they don't love me, so it didn't really go as it could. This is something we donated to a while ago for Russia. Amazingly, still not filled, despite it not being that expensive. I was looking down this to see if we could potentially find any more friends, and I did find Ethiopia. I know Ethiopia is not supposed to be the strongest, greatest, best country in the world for many reasons, but I looked and I found authoritarian communist, and I thought, you know what? This could be a good friend to have, especially, their military is nothing to snuff at in terms of men. Equipment, yeah, it's probably garbage, but this could be a good friend here, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to donate to Ethiopia. How much do they need? Almost nothing. Well, we might not get that far, but who knows? Last time I only donated like 30. So let's donate 25 million. This will take care of the rest of their disaster and hopefully swing them towards us. Speaking of authoritarian communists that have a disaster, I found another one. Equatorial Guinea, militarily not worth shit. They have 17 and a half men. How do you have half of a person? I don't know, but we're going to donate to them as well. Wrong country. Here we go. Not a big disaster at all, but I'm going to try to make pretty much any and every friend that I can at this point anyway. Pakistan had a famine. Now, what do I have with Pakistan if I have anything? I have nothing with Pakistan. That's really good. That's not good, but I can get stuff with them. Maybe oh my god. Look at all the fucking dead and wounded from this. Every time I do this, I'm like, do I really want this country as my friend? But let's donate 25 mil. Let's take a look at Pakistan. The military is definitely nothing to snuff at. Pretty strong, without looking at the details, really, just the amount of soldiers. They have nukes. They're a big country, good amount of citizens. We want this on our side. Their GDP is tiny, but we want this on our side. It would definitely make a lot of stuff easier. Imagine if they joined me against India. They're right next to India. And when we take India, we can always build stuff into there if they are our friend. Looking through this list, I also found Yemen and Zimbabwe. We already have an alliance with Zimbabwe. Oh my god, what the hell happened to their country? They have 17 million people. They've lost like 200,000 over that, basically, in terms of casualties in general lately. And look at all that damage. Wow, do they even have that much money? What is their total debt? Can I see that here? I don't think I can. If I can, I'm missing it. I can just see the percentage of their GDP, but they're fucked up. I'm just going to throw a simple 20 million at them just to make them like me a little bit more. I already have a lot of stuff with them. I just want to be a little nice here. Yemen could potentially come to like me. They're one of the only people in the Middle East that do like me. And just like Equatorial Guinea over here, these guys could be a strategic point, right here, next to some pretty big competitors. Think if we went ahead and took over Saudi Arabia, attacking through Yemen. I mean, Yemen has their own problems, but this is a good chance to make a friend. So let's see what they have. Oh, but of course they don't actually need that much. I'll just throw 2 million at them. I'm looking at strategic options for the future, though, basically. I just got this notification here telling me that we do not have sufficient deposits for the diamond sector to start, so there's no point in hiring more staff for the sector. That is a shame, so I will go over here and find the diamond sector and turn that off. Here we go. We don't need any workforce there because we can't do anything there. Diamond sector is shutting down. Yeah, that wasn't a good, like, happiness bonus or whatever. It does seem like the amount of participants we're going to be getting for this program right here is not going anywhere anytime soon. We did get a couple participants, though. This is getting much better. Remember how little we got for, like, at first we were just getting people offering to let us pay them to take part. Now we're getting people starting to pay more and more and more to take part in our space programs. So I'm going to have to fund the rest of this. So let's go to 90%. Modify. We're going to need to throw another percentage in there. That's why I always set the budget under where I actually want it, so that I can do that, because I know it's hard to make this exact. So we're at 5%. Let's 3. Is this one of those ones that's waiting on a tech? It doesn't seem like it. Actually, look at that. What? Wait, super heavy rocket. We don't have that, do we? Look at that. It's big happy face now. That's not how it was before. Okay, I'm going to make this like the 1st of the 4th of 2024, just in case. And I'm going to approve the program. And we have to take a look at something here. Yeah, we don't have super heavy rockets, so I think that's showing our progress in getting it. I can't say that with certainty, but I don't know. I want to say so. Super Saiyan rockets. Okay, so this one still shows it as like a light green, but it's definitely changing. That's weird. I will set this more to like the 6th. Yeah. Let's set that to like the 6th month, just in case. And now we have 2 of our degrees of nationalization going through today. One of them being the road transportation sector, and they're not so happy about it. Now let's see what else we can deal with here. We got the aircraft sector, which we got up and running. We're going to put that to minority shareholder. What else can we work with here? I think I was working in industries. Yeah, I am, because this is going through as well. Armed pickup trucks. I really don't know what this sector does. Armed pickup trucks are purchased by like illegal organizations, terrorist groups, things like that. So I don't know what this does when you're not a terrorist group, because it's not something that you can just go to people and try to sell. I'm not sure, but I will get it upgraded in nationalization to minority shareholder and see how that goes. So I've taken a look now, and the leader of Pakistan loves me, and Pakistan is now dark green towards me. So I think we can get a deal going. If I can... God damn it. Okay, let's try that again. I think I can get a deal going. If we can get a meeting going, and let's take a look at some of these other countries. Zimbabwe I have just about everything with as it is, so I don't think I really need to do anything there. I can try. So let's get another meeting with Zimbabwe. We're going to get some meetings going. Yemen hasn't changed. I did just solve like a lot of things, though. A lot of problems the world was having. Ethiopia has not changed. Ethiopia. What's your deal? You have enough donations, so... Oh, wow. You have more than enough international donations to cover it without even using any of your own money. That's pretty crazy. Okay, I realize what happened with the space program. The super heavy rocket condition is met because we have Russia involved in this program. So this is going to go ahead even without having everything that it needs because Russia's in the program. So I can set this to a much earlier point of time. None of this money is actually going to go to the research of super heavy rocket program because Russia's involved and already providing us with the technology. So I'm going to set that date earlier. Actually, let's do more like that. Let's do more like that just in case. But this is going to go ahead just like by itself with no issues. Here's our meeting with Pakistan. Sure. Here's a coffee.
Very kind.
Love your country. Let's see what we can get here. Let's just go right for it. Alliance, and we got an alliance. Nice. Will you give me... what do I want more? Air. I want air. And then I want... Oh, wait. That's air in my country. Whoops. Will you give me air in your country? No? Will you give me air in your country now? Okay. I accidentally gave them air in my country. Not that that's a bad thing. I got everything except maritime in their country. What if we give all the rest of this? Why is this left and right like this now? It's usually the opposite. All right, full access. We got full alliance. That's really good, actually. Now, what is this? Ambitious space program, the United States, of course. So here's an event I've never seen before. The president is selling his apartment because he couldn't make ends meet. It's not a big deal. I can experience good times and not so good times just like everyone else. My salary reflects what I think of my job. I'm not here to get rich, but rather to serve the country, he said. I've never seen that event before. So that's quite the opposite of a lot of other countries, the way the head of state works. So this head of salary, I guess, is really low. This is like a year-long salary. I know it's different for a lot of these. Yeah, dude, my yearly salary is the monthly salary of a lot of these other countries. I wonder, sometimes they like it. Like when the country likes you, they like it when you raise your salary to be more reasonable. Maybe I should try that. I wonder what that would do. I don't think it does very much. Oh.
Coupled with the Brown model on group psychotectonics.
Oh, we could approach the Italian mafia in the U.S. They're a special one, though. I'll try to approach them. See what it does. An intermediary, Giovanni VP. Giovanni VP. Yeah. Great. All right, let's get that going. And get our meeting with Zimbabwe here. Love your country. Enjoy your coffee. Can I have land? No? All right, that's about all I really wanted to try to get from them. I wonder if I give them stuff, if they will do it. Because I would like the land access in their country during peacetime. Or I guess this is this way. I don't remember it being left to right. I remember it being right to left. Okay, what if I just give you all three? Will you give me this? Damn. All right, you're not budging. All right, well, either way, that's Zimbabwe. So at the end of the last episode, we just finished building some oil and gas things, but mainly oil, I think. And I didn't see it reflect in the growth yet. And we just saw it. My growth boosted from about 5%, maybe 5.2, all the way up to 6%. Unemployment's down to 3.64%. That's incredibly low. We just bombed the World Athletics Championship. That's great. Not really, but we can see this oil stuff is having a huge, huge impact on our economy. What happens now if I go to look at oil? Do we see oh yeah, oh wow. Wow. So while our consumption has gone up percentage worldwide, our production has more than doubled. I have more than doubled the production of oil in this country. Yet our trade balance remains not so great. But the sales, it's creating a lot more revenue. Let's go to natural gas. And we can see this is definitely increasing as well. But our trade balance is getting even worse. Our consumption has gone up as well. Is our consumption for oil going up faster? For oil and gas? Like you'd think it's going up faster than I'm expanding it. Which I really don't know why that would be. Industry, I guess. I know it's not cars. Because the amount of cars in this country are still basically none. That is really weird. I guess it's reason to keep expanding, but we do have to keep an eye to make sure we don't have inflation skyrocket. I'm amazed how well we've been handling inflation so far, but let's have our meeting here with Giovanni VP.
Magnificent partner.
We give him a bunch of weapons and financial aid.
How much?
It's about 100,000 million, 26 million. Just like we gave the other boys.
A big thank you.
Here you go.
Right. I think that.
And now, what does that look like? Terrorists. They don't have a recorded action at the moment. The Italian mafia. They have a good amount of members. Their leader's not very well liked. What about the jihadist caliphate? We can't actually see anything about them. I wonder if I guess I should probably get another meeting with them going. Throw some more money at them. But yeah, these are the stats right now. I'm amazed how well it's holding. I'm really trying to aim for that self-sufficiency. I'm just surprised. Maybe this information isn't as reliable. Maybe if I go to over here, consumption, balance of trade. No, it's about the same. Let's go to the production percentages and sort it as a whole. We are now the fourth largest producer of oil in the world. You would think that would make us self-sufficient. I mean, well, being the first largest doesn't make the U.S. self-sufficient right now, it looks like. But for us, you'd really think that it would have some effect given how much it has grown lately. Damn, imagine taking over Saudi Arabia, though, and getting all this. Wow. We're about to really pass Russia, though. Actually, if I keep this up, we're going to pass everyone else and become the #1 producer of oil in the world. I just imagine that we'd become an exporter a lot quicker. So Syria did have another terrorist attack, and this is a pretty scary one. I'm just going to throw another, let's just throw 20 million at him. Syria gets a lot of terrorist attacks throughout the game. Offer financial aid. Let's throw some more money at these boys. And that there. Syria gets a lot of terrorist attacks throughout this game. I am aware. That will hopefully make it easier to befriend them. And the leader of Greece wants to meet with me. All right, I'll meet with you tomorrow. How about that? And you... Okay, you just don't like someone. I'm starting to realize it might be a little weird that every time someone asks to meet with me on a day, I go, no, tomorrow, not then. Imagine a leader doing that. There is one thing I wanted to address from earlier videos, and that is I looked it up, and apparently in this game, the information given over here isn't necessarily going to be the most reliable information in the game. So I've been told, so I've read, and this is actually the most reliable information, especially about like electricity when you're looking over it. Let me pause the game real quick. And since the start of the game, we have been very good on this, on our electricity. You can still make an abundance of electricity to lower the price of electricity, which I guess we haven't gone into a new year, so it's not showing much update, but the price has actually gone up by a penny despite me making a little bit more. It hasn't gone up a crazy amount. Production, well, wow, do we really make 30% of all electricity in the world? We do. Wow, we're the #1 electricity producer in the world. That's actually crazy. But we do seem to be positive on it. Our consumption of electricity seems to have gone down quite a bit. Productivity's high, profits are up. So despite the fact that I am slowly adding another like wind turbine plant or two, this information can be ignored. We are self-sufficient, and maybe we can get the price down. A low electricity price really is good for the people. Maybe not the producers, but the people at the very least. And hey, look, our carbon dioxide went down randomly. I don't know. Nationalization has gone down, or some nationalization has gone through.
I didn't come in.
Hi, Greece, what do you want? You would like to sell me bauxite. Okay, whatever bauxite is, I definitely don't produce enough of it. And you definitely produce a lot. And you are trying to sell me like literally all of your production. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that could make up some of the difference here. You're offering like 41 because it's like right below my price. So let me offer you 32.5 just to see. No, I'll be generous. I'll offer you 33. Oh no, you're not even going to talk about it. All right, well.
Sure.
Here's a coffee. It was nice talking. They don't like me very much. Actually, they're not that bad with me. I don't know. What are you? Parliamentary conservative rightist. I'm surprised Turkey and Greece actually seem to like me. I wonder if I can change them. Altermondialist. I might have to Google what the hell that is. And the paper. We're a model country. I'm glad. Assassinations. Wow, the world's looking pretty peaceful. Speaking of pretty peaceful, Syria is now green, like dark green to me, which is a really good sign. I'm going to throw another 10 million at them to try to get their leader over that point as well, and then hopefully I can turn them to my side. I want to know why this Syrian tanks on the border with Turkey might be some sort of conflict going on. I know the Turks really hate the Kurds, so they might be building up against the Kurds, and then the Syria might take it aggressively. There's a lot of refugee camps around here too. It makes sense, I guess, with all the terrorists and stuff all around. So one of the space programs we start the game with is walking on the moon. Its chances don't start out very well. It is one thing that would go ahead to research the super heavy rockets, the funding of it. And changing the date doesn't affect much because I realized it starts out with the base level of funding. That is usually not a good plan. So I'm going to actually increase the budget of this, which should also help research for the super heavy rockets. A lot of stuff comes on those rockets. And we're going to up it by, I don't know how much actually. So I'm going to go up by 5 billion. This might be a little bit of like, one bit at a time, see how much we actually need to increase it by and hope for the best. And Do we have any others like that? We only have one more thing in technology research, and that's the actual thing to launch the super heavy rockets. And that's just because everything else that requires it, I guess, Russia has taken part in. Meaning none of that is actually going towards research. It's just going through using their super heavy rockets. I kind of wish I could just, after the fact, involve Russia in these almost, you know? And that's 2 nationalizations going through. Watch out for growth. Morale of consumers not at its best. Purchasing power. Limits to buying basic necessities in the economy, you see, will set the pace. It would be good to stimulate growth. That's funny. I understand what he's saying, but increasing growth is not going to solve that problem. Our growth is already at 6%. That is a really good growth rate, especially given the low inflation and the very good unemployment level. That is not going to solve that problem. I'm going to go ahead and set up another space program here, though. We are looking at manned orbital flight of the moon. I'm just kind of going down the list of the moon, especially now that I know how this is going to work exactly. There's some stuff we're missing here. Oh, yeah, there's more stuff we're missing here. Protection against cosmic rays and solar particles. Is that a... Funny enough, permanent base on the moon doesn't need that. But damn, that's expensive, 93 billion. 93 billion. Let's take a look at what that looks like. 93 billion. Our budget excess right now is actually over 2 trillion per year, apparently. So maybe that's not as much as it seems. Over 2 trillion budget excess a year. That's really, really good. That is a little under 2 years. So by 2021, we will be actually out of debt. Okay, I see. Let's go back into space research, though, and if we do set up this, it will only help research. So I'm going to set up the walking on the moon. It's not walking on the moon, man orbital flight. It is pretty cheap to set up, honestly. So it's at about 2 billion, so I'd want to go to like 4 billion. So we're going to set this at... I'm going to end up setting this at about 3 billion for this. Might be a little too low. Actually. All right, 3 billion, 200 million, 250 million. There we... All right. Okay, I'm indecisive. Okay, so... Loop-de-doop-de. And that should help with research and such. Or, better yet, taking care of it when Russia gets involved. Just get another thing on the list, and we will hit create. And creation of the Loop-de-doop-de space program. And US is doing their thing over here. Russia's trying to get involved. Loop-de-doop-de. Estimated risk of failure, a lot. Unfinished preliminary missions, foreseen delay in technology research phase. Yeah, whatever the case of this is going to be pretty bad. It's not set to go until 2027, though. I'm going to set it to 2028. About halfway through the year-ish. It's not going to change this because we still need to get this done. But, you know, it needs to be a certain distance after that, at least, just to make sure we don't accidentally launch it or something. Happiness declines in China. All right. We did have some nationalization stuff go through just a moment ago. And we have absolutely nothing being voted on. So let's go over here and start changing some of that. So we got the biotechnology sector up and running. We're going to set that back into the free market. Get it going pretty nice. And what about bottled water? We will nationalize bottled water slightly. We will buy some shares, I should say. And drones, we need to start the drone sector. So let's get 1 total workforce in drones. Apparently the world knows that I've delivered weapons into the hands of the Italian mafia. Oh well. I was just looking over some information over here. It looks like our exchange rate with the dollar and with the euro has just been going up. This just means there's no data on it in that time frame. That is good, I believe. Well, that will make our money more competitive in certain ways. Less in exporting, but more competitive. We equalize it somewhere in the middle overall. The dollar euro parity is going down. But we can raise the currency if we need to. The interest rates, the inflation has gone up a couple points, but it's still holding around the same point. Probably because the growth had gone up so much. I haven't set any new oil or anything down just yet, just because of how much this is already affecting their growth. Drone sector's up and running again. That's good. Oh yeah, I just got a notification for it. Public finances, sad face. Affair of weapons delivered to Italian mafia's terrorists. National Assembly's Extraordinary Assembly. Following the conclusions of Judge Gong, the parliament must now meet to decide on your impeachment. The assembly has to gather now to rule on the accusation that you furnished the Italian mafia's terrorists with weapons. If it votes to impeach you, you'll not be able to... Should mean the end of your mandate. What? First off, why would China care about me delivering weapons to the hands of terrorists? Second off, an impeachment over giving some weapons to the Italian mafia? That doesn't sound very likely for any second or third world country. But if that does happen, I don't think I would let that just end my playthrough. I'm Winnie the fucking Pooh. Alright, so the parliament just pronounced against your discharge for high treason. Excellent news, even if the scandal inevitably makes you lose points in the polls. What polls? I live in China. China. Is this what I get for having the parliament control under the single party? Maybe I should just get rid of their power. That could be kind of dangerous. I don't know. Maybe that's what I should do next episode. I wonder if I could get away with that. I might try it. I might actually try it. If they can do some weird bullshit like that, I might try it. Anything special happening? No, not quite. Either way, look at that. My popularity hasn't dropped, like, once. See that? Not once has it dropped, even a little. I wish I could see, like, the hidden modifiers behind it. I just got an alert that Botswana has a new leader, and apparently they're aligned to me. Yeah, whenever I get a notification telling me that there's a new head of state in another country, I found out, thanks to Politics Gaming, he left a comment in the comments, he makes videos for this game as well, that means that leader is at least somewhat aligned to your ideals, apparently. So I just should congratulate them every time, essentially. And nationalization stuff is going through. We're getting some potential informers. Just gotta continue the uniformity of how we are changing all of this. For now, let's see if we can just go from the top down for now. This might be expensive though. That is expensive. What about cement? That's still pretty expensive. I'd like to save the most expensive things for last. Yeah, this stuff tends to be the backbone of industry right here. Alright, so 30 billion, still a lot, but let's do this for clothing. And what else can we get next? And, alright, computer hardware industry. It'll be a little pricey, but... Oh, Russia! Russia wants to meet. Russia, meet me here. You're my bitch, not the other way around. And new leader of Argentina. Nice. Nice. He's kind of alright with me. I will congratulate him. So we have our meeting over here with Russia, and he probably wants to sell or buy something. He would like to buy something from me. What do you want to buy? Aeronautical construction. Which I don't even produce enough of. Whatever this is, I consume a lot of it, and I don't produce enough of it. If I do sell some of it and I get a better price, I know that will encourage the growth, but my God, this is a crazy difference. I mean, I can, right? I can, so let's see how much you're willing to give me. It has to be really worth my while. So let's aim right for 100. He went down to 94. Let's aim for 98. Negotiate. He went to 97.75. All right, cool. I'll accept that. I will accept that. Here's a coffee. No? All right. Do I miss anything with you? No, we have literally everything that I want. All right, but that is going to be it for this episode. I think we've gone far enough today. I have finished this off by selecting about 150-ish tanks and about 35,000 troops and allocating them over here because we are getting towards 2020, and like I said, somewhere in... maybe towards the end, depending on 2020, depending on how we progress, I'd probably go to war even if we didn't get any dirt on anyone. Again, we're playing as China. We're going after a lot of not terrible countries, so we're not likely to find a lot of dirt on them, but we are in the UN, so we don't really have to worry about that. And I do still have my eyes on Bhutan, so I'm going to get troops over here set up in preparation. I think next episode, I might try to start by taking control, any control at all, away from the single party and handing it to myself. Hopefully that goes well. And if that does go well, then we are pretty much in a secure place to just steamroll whatever we want. I mean, my economy is exactly pretty much where I wanted to get it. I have more oil and gas stuff queued up. My money's recovering. I've accomplished everything I want to prior to going to war, pretty much. So I might start getting ready for that soon. Conventional war, since our commandos don't properly work. But yes, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next time. Bye bye, guys.